Welcome to UIXTalk Wireframes. Before we continue with this episode, let's review what we've accomplished so far in this course. We covered areas of origination, research, and journey mapping around the idea of a room designer app. Now that we have an idea of focus, understanding of our users, and general workflow, we can begin to generate wireframes. At this stage, the UX researcher will begin working with the UX designer to create the wireframes needed for testing and validation. Keep in mind, design teams tend to not always operate the same, so the method I'm about to showcase may not reflect design teams you happen to join. Also, a UX designer should have technical understanding of the technical limitations so to design around them and deliver an optimal experience. Insider tip. In a perfect world, organizations would be design leading to deliver a product that fits the needs of the user. Realistically, this is not always possible, and that's okay. Delivering the wants from a design team is a battle of its own due to a number of factors outside of our control. But in my mind, this is an opportunity for designers to build one of the most valuable skills in the industry: solutions to problems. You will find being fluid in your approach will serve you greatly in meeting your deliverables. Alright, let's review our first set of frames. Focusing on scan dimensions of room, here you can see we have our first set of 5 frames: splash entry, tutorial continuation, camera mode, and generating loader spinner. Key tip: I would practice on an object around your space. How would you enhance that item? Now think, what if there were limitations that added a roadblock to your enhancement, and how might you design around that? Now let's review our second set of frames. Generate 3D rendering removing furniture. Here we have a 3D rendered room, furniture list, feature of focus price range selection, furniture selection, and populated within 3D model. As a UX designer, you'll be utilizing a design application to generate wireframe mockups. If you find yourself using an application like Figma, you can generate or install a wireframing kit to help with future build-outs. I would suggest working with the UI team as they will be the next handoff, so it will help with the transition if there is understanding of the assets being utilized. This goes without saying, but any production of wireframe should be shared with the design team as a whole during stand-ups and/or sync meetings. During the process of creating the wireframes, the researcher should either be involved to help with validating, and/or sync meetings should be held for understanding of direction. A UX designer can also sit in on the meeting of generating a user journey map to help with this understanding and direction. A PO may or may not also sit in on the meetings between the researcher and the UX designer for further transparency. Now let's focus on our last row: styling options and order items populated. We have selection of furniture, placement location change, style option on select, checkout screen, and order confirmation. Great, now we have a complete set of wireframes focusing on features we highlighted in the last episode. When the first round of wireframes are created, a sync meeting with the researcher, UX designer, and product owner is held for walkthrough and validation. When a version is set, now it's time for prototyping and user testing. Figma offers the ability to prototype within the design file itself. Located on the right panel, clicking on prototype will activate prototype mode. From here, it's simply selecting an element, click down, hold on the plus icon, and dragging the arrow to the frame of your choice. For a more in-depth understanding of how to prototype in Figma, I have included a link in the description. Once you have completed linking up your prototype, we can now schedule a usability session with external users for feedback collection. I have also added a link to this prototype within the description of this video. Questions, comments, like, follow, share, and thank you for joining me in creating tomorrow.